So I was thinking of going for something a little more natural today. So I was like, I haven't hit you guys up with a beauty tutorial in a little while. I got you. And then this happened. But do you guys really watch me for some natural beauty tutorials anyways? I don't think so.
Open wounds and closing doors. Been here before, not again. We cannot hide our nasty scars. Too many sorries.
What's up, Pons family? This video is pretty self-explanatory, so let's just get into it. So here's my fresh face. It's a lot wider than my tan, but look at my mug. Look at it. I made it. Painted it with Daniel. It was super fun. And I'm drinking delicious coffee, obviously. This is the new Smashbox Primerizer, so it's like a primer and moisturizer mixed, so I'm using that shit to prep my face. Has a little bit of a sticky consistency too, so it held my makeup pretty well. This is the NYX Total Control Drops. This is in True Beige, so I can kind of match my tan and mist putting some drops on my face. Anyways, just buffing that in slightly downward motions with a larger brush, mainly because I didn't want to go get my beauty blender that was in the car because I'm a lazy bitch. And the color didn't quite match. I'm not the best at matching my tan always because it changes from day to day. But I'm going to use this highlight and contour duo from NYX that I actually had never used before. And back to the not wanting to get my beauty blender, I was like, fuck it, I'll just use my fingers. So just put the concealer anywhere you want to hide. I did my eye bags, a couple of my little pimples here and there. And patted it really softly with my finger. Your pressure of your finger is going to matter so much this entire time if you're using them. You really want to soften up the pressure when you're starting to blend it out. Flipping it to the contour. I just added it right where I normally would, kind of right under my cheekbones. And I kept my finger really on top of where I wanted the line to be, and then kind of again lighten the pressure as I went up so that the contour was blended. But you want most of the contour color to stay in that original line, or else it could look like this big muddy mess, and no one wants that shit. Add a little under my moon face chin, and if you need to, just add a little bit more to darken it. I'm just chock full of products that I've never used on my channel before in this tutorial, but this is the Melanie Gleam Body Radiance Cream, and it is a collaboration with Deluxe called Peach Deluxe. And it's so pretty on like a little bit of a bronze skin, so I'm just putting that on my high points. Again, blending it out with my finger because it's actually quite easy to do, and why not? Added plenty to my body because I want to look like a sweaty, sexy little bitch. But like cute sweaty, you know? Set that with a little bit of Laura Mercier setting powder and my big fluffy furless brush, which is one of my favorites, and I'm doing this really light. I don't want to be baking up in this shit. The eye look is so fucking colorful, as you saw, so we need to kind of give some primer on my eyelid first. I don't use primer too often, but this look kind of needed it. This is the Benefit Stay Don't Stray. Blending that on with my finger. Fingers are doing all the work this tutorial. And since we're using yellow, I am adding a little bit of the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk just in the corner and blending it out. It makes all the difference to make that color really pop. Grabbing my Sigma E38 brush, and this is Melt Cosmetics Blur eyeshadow. Just setting the primer down a little bit so that the eyeshadows will blend nicely on top, but mainly focusing on the crease because I want that white to stay fucking white. Promiscuous from Melt is such a cool like color shifting purple, so I'm using that to just lightly put it in the crease, and you really don't need much. You can just barely tap the product and you get a lot of color payoff. And a little bit of a tip is to put the color down right in your crease looking forward at the mirror and let the outer bristles kind of do all the blending for you. Don't try to pull the color up too far because that's when you get the really intense too far blend. But to really define that crease, I like going in with a bit of a smaller brush that's a little more compact and putting the color down and then going back to my fluffy brush just to lightly blend it. Always stay more towards your mobile eyelid though, because again, those outer bristles will do all the blending for you on the upper part of your eye. Just to darken that up, I'm taking Dark Matter from Melt, which is really fucking dark, adding a little bit with that smaller brush, and just so it blends out nicely, I'm adding more of the Promiscuous eyeshadow on top. And like I said earlier, it's fucking cool because it's like color shifting, so to me it reminds me of like a color shifting beetle. So when you put the purple on top of the black, it gives this really awesome different effect. So just continue adding color, blending it out. It's a process and it's a lot of layering, but that's how you get that nice blend. If you're having some problems with the edges being blended out, you can always grab a color that's close to your skin tone, use a fluffy brush to kind of soften it. Picking up my Sugarpill Pro palette, I'm using Mochi, which is this badass aqua color. I just fucking love it. I'm going to pack that on with that smaller compact brush. And I'm not really doing too much blending right now. I'm really just packing on the color. This is the yellow we're going to be using, which is Neon from Melt. It's in their Radioactive stack. And you can see that using that little bit of white beforehand, ooh, that helps that yellow pop out so much more than normal. It's bright as dick! These two blues from Sugarpill are called Afterparty and Velocity. I'm just mixing them and kind of pushing them into the purple a little bit and adding more Promiscuous on top just so that Aqua kind of blends nicely into the purple so it's not such a stark line. To finish off the entire eyeshadow look, I am taking Radon from Melt. I was going to go with pink originally, but this color is so fucking cool. It's like a bright reddish orange. So I pack that down and then blend out a little bit of purple and yellow just so again it's nice and cohesive together. Okay, these are the AQUA XL Makeup Forever ink liners. I use the white one all the time for face charts. It's the shit. But I'm just using this gray to map out a little bit of a wing liner. It's not that great just because we're doing dotted liner. So really this is just an outline. Using dark blue, I start creating the dots all around, kind of staying to the shape but going a little over. I want them to be cascading around the liner and have a lot more dots right in the liner itself and some smaller ones trailing offwards. Offwards, is that a word? Yes. And then grabbing the aqua color just to add some dots on top. I didn't want to put too much over the actual light turquoise eyeshadow itself, so I just wanted to keep more towards the outside and just add as few or as many dots as you want, but make sure there's plenty that will still show when you have some big O eyelashes on. With big O eyelashes in mind, these are the Flutter Lashes Crazed lashes. They're kind of like Risque from Coco, which you guys know are my fucking favorite. And for the bottom, I'm going to take these Makeup Forever single lashes. And I didn't realize that these were single. I was actually going to put these on top. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? But they're really cool. So I just took two of them and put, you know, one on each middle of my eye and the other just right outside. The waterline, oh, it's the bane of my existence, but it looks so cool and filled in. Just kind of found a lip liner that was the same color as the Radon eyeshadow. I don't know if it's eye safe though, so find something that is. And this is one of my favorite eyeliners ever. This is Madeyewlook's Night Owl eyeliner. It's super worn down because it went through all of Europe with me. It was my favorite eyeliner to bring around. So I'm just adding some little dots too because I thought it was kind of cute. Alright, are you guys ready for my brow routine? It's pretty extensive. There's a lot to it. I take this tinted brow gel and push my hair up and outwards, and that's it. Makes doing my eyebrows a lot easier now. The eyes are so colorful and heavy. Instead of going with a colorful lip, I just went with a nude. This is Brooklyn Thorn from NYX, their lip suede. It doesn't dry down completely matte, it stays kind of satin. And then you guys know, gotta accentuate my beauty mark a little more. On top of my lips, I wanted a really pretty glimmer. This is the Jouer Skinny Dip Lip Topper, and it smells so heavenly. Pat that shit on, and you're done. I really hope you guys like this tutorial. This is honestly one of my favorite beauty tutorials I've ever done. I love all the colors. I kind of want to wear this out all the time, forever. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see this look on your pretty little faces, and I just love the fuck out of you. Bye!